Hey, my name is Michael TIAGO. I'm a New Jersey real estate agent, notary public, and federal mortgage loan originator. I've used my 3 licenses to help dozens of buyers over the years, not just buy a home, but figure out the best way to buy a home. I'm making this video specifically because I've noticed that a bunch of home buyers or prospective home buyers tend to just go into homes, schedule appointments, walk in and do the whole thing around person's house and then try to buy it, but that's not exactly how the process works. I would like to just help people by describing 10 steps using the Zillow model on how home buying actually works. So using the Zillow model, step 1 is checking your credit score, step 2 is figuring how much house you can afford, and step 3 is getting a pre-approval. Now these 3 steps are done with a loan officer. I happen to be a licensed federal mortgage loan originator. I do loans in several states. What takes place here is a free consult where we can sit down or do a phone call or Zoom call, FaceTime, whatever you find to be the most accessible and convenient. And we can go over documents that are required to get a loan, as well as any potential mortgage loan options that are available. And we go over those documents, we go over all of your numbers, and we figure out what best matches your plan and your monthly payment goals. From there, we get you a pre-approval. That's step number 3. And then step number 4 is you can now connect with a real estate agent. The real estate agent will speak to you about how to leverage, I suppose, that pre-approval and figure out what is the best home for you within your selected price range and your buying power and negotiating power. And then step 5 is where you can now start the home search. So once again, steps 1 through 3 are with a loan officer. Step 4 is just consulting with a real estate agent. And step 5 is where you actually can now start looking at homes. Once you figure out the home that you like, step 6 is actually submitting offers for the homes. This is where people tend to walk into homes and they don't realize that it's like, oh, I was supposed to do 1 through 5 first. Just mentioning again, steps 1 through 5 need to take place first before just walking into a home and saying that you like it and you want to buy it. Should your offer get accepted, there's a handful of steps that take place, but from the buyer's perspective, an important piece, step 7, is scheduling an inspection. In a more longer version of this, I would describe 3 types of inspections that tend to take place for each property, but for the sake of this video's length being a little bit compressed, I'm just going to mention that you would need to schedule 1 inspection. Step number 8, according to Zillow, is securing financing. This is where you speak to the loan officer. In many cases, you might want to speak to the realtor and loan officer to figure out additional negotiating power and options to save you guys money. As a realtor and loan officer, I have no barriers to help you out. I tend to help out people a little bit faster, more efficiently, and I kind of know some tips and tricks given that I am double licensed in that aspect. Step number 9 is purchasing a homeowner's insurance policy. As a loan officer, notary, and realtor, I have a little bit more connections in the real estate field, and I can give you out a number to get hopefully the best insurance rate that you can. And step number 10 is closing on the home and actually being a homeowner. And that's the goal here that I'm just trying to put out there, that it's not just walking into a house and saying that you want it, but there are a full list of steps that need to take place in order to be a homeowner. I would love to get into more detail. It's more than just 10 steps in just buying a house. This is just a super abridged version in the home buying process. And ideally, I would like, if you've seen this video and you're in the market to potentially buy a house, I would love to just meet up with you, do again, FaceTime, emails even, whatever you find to be the most efficient, and we can figure out the best way for you to buy a home on that aspect, as well as eventually working on getting you a house with better convenience, service, and savings, thankfully, due to my 3 licenses. Hope to hear from you soon.